This is the download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news of the business of podcasting. Brought to you by Spreaker from iHeart. I'm Manuela Correa, in for Tom Webster. Here's what you need to know for today, Thursday, January 25th. First up, an article from Sounder announcing they are opening their APIs to public use. Chief among these tools is a core tech behind Sounder's text-to-speech, making their automatic speech recognition and transcription tech available directly through their self-service platform. Sounder calls to others in the industry to work on a collaborative and ethical future for podcast tech. The article features an interview with our very own Brian Barletta, discussing the potential applications of Sounder's APIs and what its availability could mean for content discovery, monetization, and industry standards. Our next story is this week's Sounds Profitable article, which features an excerpt from Tom Webster's upcoming book, The Audience is Listening, A Guide to Building a Bigger Show. One of the most powerful pieces of knowledge is knowing why a listener does or does not listen to your podcast. Following close behind is the knowledge that there is no one single why. Multiple whys can exist simultaneously, such as in 2010 when Hasbro's cyclical My Little Pony reboot unwittingly gained a why on top of their two core demographics of 9-year-old girls and middle-aged toy collectors. A fleet of adult men who, thanks to semi-ironic 4chan influencers, fell in love with the cartoon and built their own fan culture whole cloth. And finally, asking the questions necessary to get to a why leads one to the real motivation behind an audience's choice. When one understands the why, they can better act on it. Next, eMarketer reports more gambling ad spend goes to TV than all other formats combined. According to stats from Media Radar, gambling and casino ad spend reached $471.8 million from January to November of 2023. Paid social media comes in second with $126 million and display at $69.1 million. $41.3 million was spent on quote-unquote other forms of marketing. Overall, the gambling and casino ad spend was up 14% year over year as of Q1 last year. Sports betting in the U.S. is projected to increase 35% to $184 billion this year, according to eMarketer's projections. A fair bit of that other budget is coming into the world of podcasting, with 3 of the top 10 spenders in Magellan AI's December roundup being gambling-related companies, including DraftKings in 10th place. Between VGW, PrizePicks, and DraftKings, the gambling and casino-related companies in the top 10 spent over $8 million on podcast advertising in December alone. For our last story, NPR names tech executive Catherine Marr to lead in turbulent era. Former Wikimedia Foundation chief Catherine Marr has been selected as NPR's new CEO. The new head told NPR her experience at the Wikimedia Foundation dovetails into NPR's mission of serving the public independent of commercial interest. With last year's financial issues and layoffs, Marr says she sees NPR not as a company in crisis, but one going through a crisis, one that can be rectified. Outgoing CEO John Lansing, who described the company's issues as existential last year, now says NPR is on firm financial footing for 2024. As for the rest of the news, Audacy projects ambitious revenue growth in streaming and podcasting for the year, and Paramount announces Jon Stewart will return as executive producer and Monday host of The Daily Show. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned, right in your podcast listening app or at soundsprofitable.com, where you can also subscribe to the newsletter version. The download is written and produced by Brian Barletta, Gavin Gaddis, and Tom Webster. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Manuela Correa. Download us again tomorrow.